politics in 2027 is going to be about your tribe, your region, and your religion. I repeat, politics in 2027 is going to be about your tribe, your religion, and your region. Now, for the tribe, we have Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. Then for the regions, we have North and South. Then for the religion, we have Christians and Muslims. So politics 2027 is going to be centered around these three factors. Now in northern Nigeria is divided. We have the middle belt, the north central, and we have the core north. We have the Christians, we have the Muslims. Now the APC under Tinubu, they are trying to divide the Christians from the Muslims in northern Nigeria. An average Christian in northern Nigeria would not want to go the way of an average Muslim in northern Nigeria. Yes, the Muslims, if they come together and say, let us vote against Tinubu, Christians may not want to follow that path. Now, that is one division in northern Nigeria. Another division is the middle belt and the core north. Now, the APC under Tinubu, they have succeeded in planting division in northern Nigeria. You see, in northern Nigeria, they are crying out. They are saying, the Christians are not following us. We are not on the same page. Somebody said he asked an average Christian mechanic in northern Nigeria. The mechanic said that, I might want to vote Tinubu because I told you that propaganda in northern Nigeria is taken to another level. You see, propaganda against Tinubu's government is being taken to another level. And Muslims in northern Nigeria always buy this propaganda. But Christians are skeptical about Tinubu's administration. I'm not here to be emotional. I'm coming here to tell you the fact, what is obtainable in northern Nigeria, the division going on in northern Nigeria. Now, for the tribe, we have Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. We know that Atiku wants to contest. Obi wants to contest, and Tinubu wants to contest. Now, an average Yoruba man of today would vote for a Tinubu. An average Igbo man of today would vote naturally for a Peter Obi. An average Hausa or Fulani Connaught would vote for an Atiku. Now, how do they play their game? Because all these three elements, they are the most popular. Any other person coming out for presidency aside these three people may not pull weight. If these three people come out 2027, they are going to still get the first and second and third positions. So it is between these three people. So politics in Nigeria today has descended to tribal, religious, and region. It is the turn of the South. It is the turn of the South. PDP is saying it is the turn of the South. Labour Party is saying it is the turn of the South. Now, but ADC, they are trying to play politics. Northerners are mobilizing against them. Like, let's mobilize. See, if we allow Tinubu continue for a second term, we are finished. So the interest varies. Now today, southern Nigeria, the Southwest is calling on southern Nigeria to unite against northern Nigeria because they are seeing the moves being made by northern Nigeria against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I repeat, Southwest, most especially, is calling on other parts of southern Nigeria to mobilize against northern Nigeria, which is very, very important. Yes, we need to come together in southern Nigeria in a way. The politicians that are sowing division amongst Igbo, Yoruba, and all this, they need to understand that at this critical moment, southern Nigeria needs to unite. All these things we are running on ourselves is just we are just wasting our time. This bigotry. I heard that they are changing the Ozumbamba way to a new name. Yes, I don't know if I can get that name. This changing of Igbo names, Yoruba, this Yoruba-Igbo fight. The most important thing now is that for southern Nigeria to unite. I've told you that I'm concerned about restructuring because anything done under this current system does not get anywhere. Forget, God, let the United States economic advisor come and say Nigeria is doing well. My brother, anything that you run under this system, the current system we are practicing, would not stand the test of time. If Tinubu does something positive and there's positive change in Nigeria that will benefit the masses. You see, the powers that be, like I told you before, if you have been watching my broadcast, see, Nigeria getting better, will not be to the benefit of politicians. They will find a way to manage it, to look as if it is getting better. The more you look, the less you see. So Nigeria getting better, politicians will not be happy because they will be affected. Some people are cashing out on this failed state. Some people are cashing out on this Nigeria that they have packaged and give us. So it is restructuring that we need. So any government, any region that would be able to think about restructuring is that region that needs to be in power. You see why I like what Tinubu is doing to the Northerners, trying to cripple them, even though Southeast, we don't even get mad for this current administration. Somebody said, let us come together. A Yoruba person was saying, let us come together, everybody in Southern Nigeria, let's come together against Northern Nigeria. It's the response to that Yoruba man. Somebody said, no, it is only Southwest, because Southwest, they pack all the positions, they pack all the infrastructure, they pack everything, they put their own side. They don't send every other region. So whether it is Southeast or South-South. It is dependent on the leadership, the political leadership in Southern Nigeria to determine if people will come together, join themselves together, and support a certain cause. Nigeria is bigger than a country is bigger than everybody. No single one person can be bigger than Nigeria. Like different nations, you know the kind of nations that are in Nigeria, different nations coming together. No single personality. So if we are pushing for restructuring, however we are going to achieve that restructuring must be considered first. Then when we go back to regional system of government or resource control, we'll now start tackling our Igbo Yoruba field or whatever it is for those that are involved in it. If you are involved in such, my brother, you're wasting your time, because the bigger enemy, the bigger picture is beyond the shores of Nigeria. The people you have to contend with. See, if we as a people want to really experience development, we must find a way to connect together, form a block, so that we can contend with external forces. But these ones we are fighting ourselves. We are playing the script of these people. I'm telling you. Now, what Tinubu is doing currently, he's implementing most of the policies of the World Bank, IMF, International Monetary Fund. Everybody is being taxed. Now, accountability is another thing. Rule of law is another thing. We are not saying that the tax bill is not good. I told somebody after the election, I said, if Tinubu enter, una go pay una blood. I'm not against taxation. My point is, how accountable? What are the provisions of the rule of law? That is in another aspect. Now, between North and South, Southern Nigeria feeds the nation. Southern Nigeria, I repeat, feeds the nation. Now, the fate of any region is not in the hands of the president. Let's tell ourselves the truth. The fate of the Southeast region is not in the hands of the president. Although we are seeing a little, they say federal character. They are not focusing on, it is on the hands of the political leadership of that region. If you see Southeast drawing back today, it is because of the political leadership in the Southeast. They are not there. There's no leadership at all. Who is going to lead politically in the Southeast? Who is the political leader? Who go agree for each other? Shena Umahi will come say one lead. If Peter Obi says I want to be the political leader in the Southeast, say Umahi, Ojo Kalo and Co. say they go agree for Peter Obi. Soludo say they go agree. People that are fighting for their selfish interest. So the fate of any region is not in the hands of the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm telling you, when it comes to regional system, it is for you to give yourself brain as politicians. Come together, harness your powers, your influence, your advantages, harness your advantages, and fight for representation. That is what is done in any system. If you are not fighting for representation, if you are not fighting very hard, my brother, like I said, I used to tell my people, see, if you have like 400 million naira, try and invest 150 million naira in the southeast, even though it seems it might not yield. You see, there's something that is long-term preservation. You see, this preservation, the reasons why the Oyibo, they enter into Nigeria, carry our artifacts, carry our clay pots, all these things done by our forefathers. They preserved it. They knew what they were doing. At that point in time, they might have spent a lot taking all these things, going to put them in a museum. Now, a long-term benefit. Your investment in the Southeast coming together as a regional bloc. I'm also speaking to northern Nigeria. So don't blame if Tinubu today, in the next 4 or 8 years, does not really invest in the northern part of Nigeria as you people want, then you should mobilize your politicians and form a path for yourselves and be true to yourselves. Now, the biggest problem northern Nigeria is facing is leadership. The kind of leadership they practice. The kind of leadership northern Nigeria practices, they cannot do without power. They only survive by power, not by the economic viability of the people and the resources they have. You see, your politicians, they have handled positions all over, but yet northern Nigeria seems to be one of the most backward regions. Northern Nigeria has the capacity to build itself with its own agriculture and all the resources that they have in it. But yet you have a political leadership that is not interested in anything, now to steal. Now them steal parts for Nigeria. No, I'm not making case for Tinubu, because like I said, I'm interested in restructuring Nigeria. You must have the mentality of regionalism first. You see, there's something Tinubu is trying to do. He's trying to appease other southern states so as for them to come together, because that tax bill is it got tough. You know, you need to be mentally ready for a particular policy. This tax bill, Nigerians, I don't think that Nigerians are mentally ready, especially northern Nigeria. You see a young man called Pella. He said he was being charged 36 billion naira for tax. Out of how much? 36 million naira out of how much? For instance, now let's assume, like you tax the rich is being taxed, and that rich person has a production company, or he has an investment in an industry. Don't you think that he will factor that taxation in that thing that he's producing? And that thing he's producing, it is the poor man at the end of the day that will bear the brunt. However, anyhow, more money for the president, more money for the governors to use to do whatever they are going to do. Now, it is dependent on the president to be transparent, accountable, show integrity with the funds which Nigeria lacks. That's why I said, if you don't restructure this country with your tax below, with everything you are doing, at the end of the day, it will go. See, EFCC go work tired. EFCC where they do partiality. EFCC with their partiality, now them go. So there's nothing a president can give to a region that its regional leaders or elites cannot do in triple folds. Elite. There's nothing Tinubu can do to any region than that your own regional leaders. I'm talking to every region in Nigeria, because it seems some people are threatening some people. Northern Nigeria, they are threatening southern Nigeria, that this and that. They have the numbers. My brother, let me tell you the reasons. It is your leaders that have failed you, not the president. If you utilize the resources you have, my brother, see, you won't have to worry about trying to, when a politician have not done anything for his people, for him to convince those people, he needs propaganda. He needs to do propaganda, lie, do a lot of racketeering. When you know that politicians have failed is when they are desperate to rig elections. That's an evidence. Forget BB grammar, because all those years, I like BB grammar. We used to listen to BB grammar, go to dictionary. But at the end of the day, we saw that people are speaking beautiful nonsense. So if your leaders have failed, the region have failed. It can never be a president. In fact, what northern Nigeria has taken in from Nigeria, the greatest beneficiaries of Nigeria is northern Nigeria. Look at the southern Sokoto. Look at your big men. Look at the people that Nigeria has empowered in northern Nigeria. And yet you are seeing Tinubu as a problem, because he is investing a lot of money in Lagos. Lagos is Nigeria. Like I tell some people, Lagos is Nigeria. Don't even play with Lagos. Don't even come close. Lagos is the seat of power in Nigeria, economic seat of power in Nigeria. I'm in support that they invest in Lagos. Since you people want to keep Nigeria together, It is reasonable that the place that brings the biggest money, Southwest, most our revenue, 50% that they bring up. When it comes to IGR, VAT, now Southwest they bring them. Lagos State, Ogun State. The industries we have in Nigeria, most of them are resident in Lagos State. We have some in South. Maybe that's where they decided to put all those they are putting. Look at what Alex Otti is doing. Although Alex Otti, you know, saying that from APC, he entered Labour Party. He's also a politician. That thing still did their body. But let's look at some of the things he's doing. If the northern region, they are serious about developing themselves, they don't need political power. They don't need to start blaming Tinubu for appointment left, right, and center. Because if it's for appointment, you see the Southeast are the ones that have been like relegated. They are the ones that needs to be complaining about this. But Northern Nigeria does not need to complain about that. Under Tinubu's administration, we have more northern appointments than even the Southeast or South. Southern Nigeria that even feeds the nation. You see Northwest is benefiting a lot. So if your leaders are not getting it right, they have been handling power over these years. What have they done? Don't let them come and gaslight you at this point in time and tell you that Tinubu is your problem. This is your problem. Tinubu is not your problem. Your problem is leadership. Your problem is that you have not really worked on your mindset when it comes to development, skill acquisition, and leadership in Northern Nigeria. Everybody wants to be appointed to this, have SA, go to local government, collect money. That's why you have a lot of people so free to do banditry. People are so idle. There's nothing for them to do that they are entering into all sort of kidnapping and whatever. Now, the kidnapping self, they don't teach our southern brothers how to do kidnapping. Small thing, you go village, you travel village, boys go to look you, they watch you, they will use to kidnap you. You travel go village, they will kidnap you, collect money for your hand. That is the fastest way of making money nowadays. And when they do what they do, they run away from the village, they stay fire. My brother. See, Northern Nigeria cannot do anything to Southern Nigeria. See, even if it is dependent on Tinubu to unite Southern Nigeria. Because, like I told you in the beginning, we are going to vote Northern-Southern sentiment. That is number one. Everybody is going to vote Northern-Southern sentiment. Nobody is voting political party. Political party now is not consequential. See, the APC might be doing, okay, all APC supporters vote for APC. They might be doing that sentiment. It will get to a point in time, it is individuals that will determine a political party. But for the opposition, nobody is, you see, if P2B is not there, no ADC. If Atiku is not there, no ADC. So, political party is not part of it. It is North and South tribal sentiment, religious sentiment. See, Christians in Northern Nigeria, that is a disadvantage to the North. Should be not saying that them plenty pass Islamically. So let the people that pushed a Muslim ticket, let them run their show. Don't complain that the Christians are not supporting you in what you are doing in Northern Nigeria. They are not following you to do propaganda on Tinubu and co. Don't say so. The point here is that we should find a way to come out from this cage that these colonial people have put us in. That is the point. What are we doing? What are we saying? Look at Putin and Trump. Look at the show of power, strength. We don't even exist. Alaska, a Russian territory at a point. Now there Trump and Putin meet. You see the power play. But we have our president. Okay, for instance now, if Trump wants to carry his economic team to go for UN, whatever, you go carry Elon Musk, you go carry most of those that have invented things in this world. People that their inventions are their inventions, they run the world. Their inventions are running the universe. Now these people, Trump go carry go. If Tinubu want carry people go economic summit, you go carry Dangote. You see, it's just like a contractor. All these are economic guys, they are just like contractors. They are not innovators. They depend on innovators to run a business. I don't know if you understand. If you leave this world to the innovations of Elumelu, Dangote, Rabiu, Adeniga and Co., my brother, nothing. These guys are just businessmen. You just do business. Take advantage of innovations that have been done by people. You do business. You are creative. They are creative people. They are not innovative people. Innovative people are the ones that run this world. Why can't we push towards innovation? Innovate our system, political system, innovate our economic systems, innovate our education and curriculum. Innovate us that is suitable to us, so that we can be like human beings in this world. But at the end of the day, we are pushing things that are irrelevant. Not sad, not sad. Poverty people that then full not. Everything, not religion, not religion. Regional system, religion, everything. There's nothing. How you can improve your life as a human being. I was given an opportunity to speak in church, and I told some people, you want to go to heaven, but on earth here, you are a nuisance. You want to go to heaven, but here on earth, you are a nuisance. How do you think that God has come to play? Or you think that God is here just to laugh with you? You just come and live like that, and you just... No. This is a battleground. We must fight to improve our standard of living. Our destinies are in our hands. So everything is about bigotry, you buy Igbo, whatever. Let's talk about how we can push all these things aside, develop our mind, develop our political system, educational system, economic systems, and compete with others in the world. I've said this before, that during the IBB book launch, I saw the people with Agbada, with everything. If you are importing, we import cars. Everything we are using, we import. An import economy. The ones we produce, we even fear to use them. We are not even thinking of how to take charge of our destiny. If that small thing, they threaten people up and down. You carry assassin. We know how to destroy, but how to build, you do not know how to build. Blaming Tinubu, this and that. All the allocations going in northern Nigeria, what have they used it for? Why not hold your leaders accountable? Let them look at within themselves. If Southwest wants to use all the money, let them use all the money. Because they had a leadership that was cunning, and they lobbied their way into power. They had a leadership that was focused. They played all of you. Instead of you to get sense, okay, these guys have done this. Everybody has an opportunity. Let's start building ourselves and wait for an opportunity to seize power. We are doing all this backbiting stuff. Northern Nigeria, remember. Let them remember, nothing is happening, my brother. Southern presidency is it. And we are moving towards restructuring. Anything other than that, see, may God help Nigeria.